is it's like night and day, because there are people that you have to serve. You know, especially with Chris Kyle. We started making that movie. He was alive. He got killed while he was still negotiating with Warner Bros. I think we just closed his deal, and then he was murdered on February 2nd, I believe, and it was just like, whoa. And then, but in fact, we were like, now we really got to make this movie, and then Clint and I flew to Midlothian, Texas, and met with his family and his widow and his parents, and then the kids. And I did The Elephant Man. I did it as a play in my thesis in grad school, and then I did it at Williamstown, and then I actually did it in New York and London. So, even though it's a long time ago, that was the first time I felt that responsibility, because I actually loved that guy, Joseph Merrick, and I felt that responsibility to him. So I had done something like that before, but this was the next time. It was massive, Joe. But I think that it's like you're always looking for what's the fuel that's going to allow me to work as hard as I can. And the fuel when you're playing a real person is like there's like 4 extra canisters or like vats of firepower for you to work hard. Because you just, you're looking across at the eyes of somebody and say, I'm going to serve your son or your husband or your father. It's a major responsibility.
Maybe even more major because he's deceased.
Yeah. It was mind-blowing. But it terrified me. And also, like, I'm 185 pounds at that point from Northeast Philadelphia. This guy's from Midlothian, Texas, SEAL Team 3. It's like how, and the way Clint works, the way we did work, Kevin Lace, who was a SEAL Team 3 with Chris, was in the movie, played Dauber. Jacob Schick was One Tribe, which is what I'm wearing. He was a Marine did you ever see American Sniper?
Yes.
Yeah, there's that scene where he goes to the hospital and there's all the guys that have been wounded. Jacob Schick is one of them. So there's real guys. It's all real. So I step in, I've got to, I'm going to die unless I believe I'm Chris.
Right.
So I have to do whatever I can so that I believe I'm Chris. If I believe I'm Chris, then I have a shot at everybody else potentially going along with this illusion. I have to be absolutely fearless when I walked on set. So it just made me work so hard that I never worked hard. That if it's a created character, it's different, but it comes with a different set of challenges. It just depends on what it is. But I do know, and then with Leonard Bernstein, I did the same thing. Huge responsibility, like massive, that I felt.
Right.
To his kids.
Right.
To people that loved him, but mainly his kids. All 3. His son has passed away since it, but his 3 kids are like, okay, they're like handing you. It's like if someone went to your daughter in 12 years and said, "Here's this movie about your father." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this guy's sitting across and be like, okay, I'm going to play your father. That's just a whole other thing. Because the truth is, like, if it's good, it's going to last a long time. And it's going to be a thing that marks their journey.
Right.
So I'm a part of whatever little part of Chris's journey. So you give somebody the faith that whoever has the power to give to that artist is just, so it just made me work, like you just don't stop working. Do you get to the point where you believe you're him, or you believe that he's a part of you, something's working?
Did you meet Chris Kyle?
Never. Just talked to him on the phone once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what did you train?
Yeah.
Like, what did you do to try to like?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, right? It's like, well, I couldn't do anything that would ever achieve what he achieved, but it's like, what can I do to look like a master? Right. So there's 3 weapons: the .338 Lapua, the 50 cal, the rifle. It's like, what can I do? How much time do I have? I think I had like 6 months. Also, luckily, we're the same shoe size, same age. He has a hole in his ear, I do. You find things that like, same height. I was like, oh, this is great. And then I just but he's 238 pounds. So the first thing was 6,000 calories a day, found a trainer. And
6,000?
Yeah, 6,000 calories a day.
How did you force 6,000?
First I did it with real food. And that was a big mistake because I couldn't get up. I remember the first week I did it, had an incredible chef, and then I couldn't get up, I couldn't move my stomach. So then I think we split like half of it into protein shakes, but it was still 6,000 calories.
When you say you couldn't get up, like what do you mean?
My stomach wasn't able to process that much food. Yeah, whatever happened, I
was just getting blocked,
like major pain, like I was giving birth or something. What I would imagine. So then we changed it, and it would be like huge meal, shake. Huge meal, shake. Worked out twice a day. I had 3 rest days, no cardio. It was all about strength training, and it was all focused around deadlifting.
Oh, okay.
And it was this guy, Jason Walsh, who I worked with. And I did that. Yeah, so it would be like Monday 5:30 a.m. and then a 4:30 p.m. or like 3:30. Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rest Saturday, Sunday, and did that. And I got up to 238 pounds, and a lot of it was like because I was thinking about him, his neck, and so I gained like I would do all the neck stuff, and it was his shoulders. Like I just wanted so you could shoot over, and it's like which we did all the time in the movie, where the guys just Chris.
How much weight did you gain?
I went from 185 to 238.
Whoa.
Yeah, and all naturally because cancer's in my family. I've had skin cancer, and like I'm terrified of anything, so I was like not going to do that. So
You take creatine or anything?
to creatine, yeah. Which, by the way, I just started again like 3 months ago.
Oh, it's amazing,
dude. I'm on this push-up thread with a bunch of dads at my school, and we do 100 push-ups a day. And if we don't, you have to pay $10 into a pool. And then when we get to 800, we go to Chinatown. And I'll have a meal with the money. And then I started taking creatine like 2.5 months ago, and we just upped it to 150. I was like, this is because I could only do, and we like YouTube the perfect push-up, which I didn't know, which is like a whole other world. And then now I mean, creatine's incredible.
It's incredible for your brain as
I know,
well.
I've heard you say that. Like, I
Yeah.
can't tell that because I also take Zins all the time. So it's like, I don't know what's doing it.
Yeah, me too. I do the same thing.
Yeah, where was I on the Chris thing?
You were talking about gaining weight. And
Oh
how
yeah,
you did
oh
it.
yeah. So
Got
then I
up to
worked with this,
238.
and I worked with the guy who. So I was doing that in conjunction with learning about sniping, and working with Kevin Lace, this guy Dauber. We would go up to the Disney Ranch and work with like 600-yard head targets, prone, that I would just do all the time. And then once we cast the rest of the team, we did all this stuff. But really, Kevin Lace, this guy Dauber, was the guy because he was there. And he was there through the whole shooting just so everything would be real. And we just drilled it. We became a group. Like, we did the work. But it wasn't so much about like, I was like, I have this amount of time. Doing like SEAL boot camp will do nothing for me.